do it.
Thank you all for coming to the post-game press conference. Final score, Charlotte 59, ECU 75. Coach, would you like to begin with any opening statements?
I thought ECU played a sensational second half. They just kind of hung in there, I guess, is that if I was sitting on the other side, like they had to hang in there with, Felton out in that foul trouble, and did a good enough job to not have a big hole going into the half. And then, then they came out and really shot the ball well, especially Felton. He did an excellent job doing that. He's been doing that the last few games. We knew that coming into the game. He's definitely picked up his percentages from the three, and he's probably a little disappointed he hasn't shot the ball as well all year, but he's obviously starting to find some form at the right time, and that's what matters.
Coach, what was the scout on Felton? Because, some of those threes, it wasn't like they were uncontested. He was just hitting them from darn near 25, 26 feet.
Yeah, but it comes back to the start of the game, right? We don't rotate correctly off the post trap. He hits a wide open three. And then we don't block out. It gets kicked out to him. Second three. So for a guy like that who can score and, just needs to see the hole, and be wide open and go, oh, I made those couple of shots. And then unfortunately got in foul trouble, fortunately for us. But again, that he showed some maturity and toughness to be able to sit there and then come out in the second half and play like he did. He's a scorer. He's been a scorer in this league for a long, long time. And he's very, very good at it. And, he's obviously going to have a bright future playing the game because he's big, strong, powerful, can get to the rim, get to his mid-range game, and you obviously shoot the ball. And, he was a major factor today.
Coach, Charlotte had 34 points in the paint. Rosado seemed to finish more at the rim than we've seen in games prior. How has he developed on that part of his game?
He's always kind of had that. He's obviously pretty crafty, and his ability to play from mid-range in. He's very good at, faking the handoffs and countering and just getting on the rim. He's pretty crafty with his finishing with both hands, and he can kind of contort his body into some strange angles to finish on his reverses and stuff like that. He's had a pretty good year in a big role that he hasn't played probably since high school. You know what I mean? So, he's been obviously very effective for us offensively with his ability to move the ball and create for others, and he's done an excellent job with it.
Coach, you talked about Felton. Were you just overall just happy with your defensive effort, especially in those last 10 minutes? Just seemed like a lot of clean looks.
You know the answer to that question.
No.
Look, it's a build-up of things, right? And I talk about these layers a lot, and I'm a big believer in it. Like you as an athlete, as a coach, you have the choice to control your physical, mental, emotional toughness, right? You decide how you want to be in that space. We knew we had to be really physical. They're a very good team on the glass, so that takes a level of physicality to go hit and hold and pursue the ball. Didn't get done, and then that's obviously a mentality. Do you want to get hit? Do you want to hit? That's a mentality with that, and we lack that. And that's disappointing to me. The other part of it, I felt like we moved the ball extremely well to start the game and created a lot of opportunities for us. We talked about it at halftime that we knew we needed to come out and do it again because it's only 20 minutes. Still got another 20 minutes to play, and a lot of things can change. And I felt like we struggled to do that. And then the other thing is we've got to be better at playing off 2 feet and playing with some power and force off 2 feet and just not floating in there and throwing the ball up, because we missed a lot of layups at the rim, which triggers what? Well, it just triggers them in transition, and then bang, they're down the floor and putting pressure on the rim and getting us on rotation, getting us on our heels, and then it created opportunities early in the shot clock, for them to shoot the 3 ball. So, yeah, I'm really disappointed today with that control of those areas. And if you're not tough enough in those areas, well, you get this result.
Coach, obviously next up is Temple, but you get another shot at these guys in just a few weeks. With it being the in-state rival, was there any talk in the locker room about, hey, we got another chance to get these guys in just a few weeks?
I mean, the guys know that. We know we got to go to their place, and we're going to have to be a lot better in that space in those areas I just talked about than what we were today. But we'll worry about that when we have to turn around and play them again. But now it's to reset and refocus and come in and have a good couple of days of practice and then come out and play Temple, which the last time we played them, it was a double overtime game. But again, this will be a whole new game, and it's getting to the pointy end of the season, and teams are shuffling here, there, and everywhere on where they're going to finish going into the tournament and so on and so forth. So, you're playing for a lot. You're playing for form. You're playing for mental form. You're playing for physical form to be able to play as well as you can going into that tournament. So, that's really where we're all at.
Thank you all. That concludes today's post-game press conference.